today is Frank Spiteri, the chairman of the Malta Cricket Association. We are actually in Malta today, and we're so happy to have you on our program, Maltese DownUnder, Frank.
Thank you.
So we'll be talking about the Malta Cricket Association. Take us back to the origins of the association.
Yeah, so cricket's been played in Malta for about 200 years, ever since Nelson came with his fleet. The English have been here ever since. They've had the sport going, and in 1998 we became an affiliate member of the International Cricket Council, which meant that we played in International Cricket Council tournaments every 2 years. So since then we've had very many touring teams. I think we've had 300 touring teams that have come to Malta to play cricket, and we are still the most popular all-year cricketing destination in Europe.
And is there a lot of the Maltese-Australian connection here?
Yes, there are. Over the years we've had many Maltese Australians. Obviously they've learnt their cricket in Australia and came to play cricket in Malta. I'd say probably 50 to 60 of our, say, 400 players have been from Australia. And still now we have about 10 playing here, and 4 in the national team as well.
Obviously cricket is not a major sport in Malta. How do the Maltese look at cricket?
They sometimes mix up cricket with golf.
That's a big difference.
Yes, and also because it is the only golf club here. They sometimes associate cricket and golf with the same club and tend to mix it up that way. What we've tried to do is to use our home tournaments to educate Maltese people in terms of cricket. We've also had schools coached, and we've had coaches in schools, and we've sent the schools down here to play schools tournaments as well during our international tournaments.
So you meet here at the Malta Sports Club. How often do you meet, and after all, how often do you have games?
Yeah, so in a year, I think, with touring team games included, we have roughly 70 games a year.
Wow.
So it's a lot, especially considering this is our base ground, our headquarters, a lot of games on the same ground. Yes.
And who have you played against?
So, over the years we've played against a lot of international players, like Martin Crowe, Jeff Crowe, Nick Compton, who's now playing for the England team, and older players like Mike Gatting, John Embury, Phil Tufnell have all played on this ground here, yes.
Fantastic. What about this cup behind us?
Oh yes, the cup behind us is the trophy that the national team won in Hungary 2 years ago in the Pan-European Games.
So the Maltese team has done quite well.
Yes, considering its size, yes. I mean, the quality of the players is very good, and we've done very well over the years, considering that we are approximately 100 players in the country. Yes.
Having such a close connection with Australia, do you plan sort of to bring, I don't know, a team back to Australia?
We are in the process of actually getting something started in the Sydney area, so that we would have a group of Maltese Australians starting a club there so that they can play maybe a one-off game to start with and then see where it goes from there. We're also very interested in getting, I know there's a scheme in Australia whereby young people come over for business opportunities for a few months every year, and we'd like as much as possible to encourage the powers that be to bring people who have a sporting background so that we can maybe use these people in schools and get more exposure to sport, especially cricket in Malta. Yes.
As you know, especially during the summer months, a lot of Maltese or Australians of Maltese background do choose to come to Malta for a holiday. What would you tell those viewers who are actually planning a trip to Malta and love cricket or are cricketers?
Yeah, I'd say the best thing is to check our Facebook page for Malta Cricket Association, and also our website, maltacricket.com, and from there we'll be able to respond pretty quickly and point you in the right direction. So what we find is once people actually come down for a game, then they spend pretty much every weekend of their holiday playing cricket as well. Yeah.
Tell us about your story, Frankie. Are you obviously Maltese who was born in Australia, or what's your story?
Yeah, I was born in Australia. I'm just on 40 now. And I played for a cricket club called La Trobe. It's the same cricket club as Peter Siddle, who plays for Australia. Now where that club is, it's quite unique because it's right near the Maltese club in Morwell. It's just outside, it's those fields there. So people watching this might be quite familiar with the area.
And how did you end up in Malta?
Yeah, so family relocated, and I liked it here and I stayed ever since, and I think the cricket side of things helped a lot, yes. And we do a lot of work also in the society, so we do coach a lot at schools. Recently we've got a lot more involved with the Australian High Commission, so we've done a demonstration and a pass the ball competition at the at the High Commissioner's Cultural Fair in Tajbeesh. So we're trying as much as possible to branch out and to gain more exposure to the game.
So tell us more about the Crow connection. Before you mentioned Crow, and that's a very popular surname in Australia. As you know, Russell Crowe was also filming in Malta a few years back.
Yeah, of course. Russell Crowe came over to Malta in 1999 to film Gladiator, the movie. And I think very soon, or during that period, the Cricket World Cup was happening in the United Kingdom. So Russell flew over his cricketing cousins, Martin and Jeff Crowe, and I think eight other of his cricketing friends, and they played a match here at the Master Sports Club.
Right.
Then Russell also agreed to be the patron of the other club, Malta Cricket Club.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Is that your rival?
Yeah, I mean, the two major clubs are Malta and the Master Cricket Club. Malta are at Safi, the Safi ground, the Safi barracks. And the day before the game was played here in '99, there was also a game with a string quartet and I think it was the biggest ever crowd we have ever had in Malta for a cricket match. Yes.
And is there a Maltese Australian connection over at the other club as well?
Yeah, I mean, generally the guys who started that club were Maltese Australian. Yes.
Noel, you've got such an interesting story because you're half Indian, half Maltese, and you're with the Malta cricket team. Tell us more about your story and how you became involved with the Malta cricket team.
Well, when I was very young, I was always passionate about cricket living in India. And my mum's brother, my uncle, was a member of the club. And whenever I'd come down on holiday since I was 13, I'd get a game or two over here at the club. So when I moved back to Malta in 2005, I said, why not become a member of the club? And I've been with the club ever since. And we play every single Saturday because of the lovely weather in Malta. We get a lot of players who love cricket from abroad, from Australia, from England. We have a lot of Indians and Asians in Malta as well. So we've got a good mix of all ethnicities, and it's fun playing over here.
And what's your role as captain of the team?
My role generally is to make sure that the squad is fit, and we try and tour once every 2 years and host a tournament once every 2 years. So we alternate. This year we're touring to Hungary in July, and we hosted a tournament last October, and we plan to do again next year. This all started in 2013 when we hosted a 4-team tournament in Malta, and Malta won unbeaten. And then we went to Hungary the next year and won that unbeaten. Then we went to the Czech Republic last year. We came second, and then we hosted a tournament in October last year, which a bilateral tournament against Hungary, which we won as well. So
would you say these are the highlights of the Malta cricket team?
Exactly. Everyone aspires to be part of the Malta national team, and that's the goal. Even the juniors, the up-and-coming juniors do look up to being part of the squad one day, and that's motivation for them to improve and do well in the game, and promotes the game brilliantly.
Do you have quite a following at games? Like, do Maltese come to follow you when you're playing?
Not that much. Cricket isn't very popular in Malta, so we get family and friends of players who are actually playing, and if for example, cricketers are at the pub the night before, they'd make new friends, and non-cricketers would be friends and they'd come and see the game. But other than that, it's not that popular in Malta. Some people don't even know there's a national team who's won trophies for Malta.
Yeah. So how do you see cricket advancing in Malta?
It's more on a school level. We're trying to get schools involved, trying to get coaches trained to coach cricket. Frank and myself are involved in some schools as well. There's the chairman of the Master Club who coaches at the St. Martin's. So we've got some schools going, and from there we're trying to build cricket in the next 5-7 years. And once they get the exposure in the schools, we try and promote them to come to the academy every Saturday morning. So we get about 20 kids every Saturday morning. So that's picked up in the last few years as well.
U bekk ġejna fit-tmiem programmi ħor ta' Maltese DownUnder. Infakkarkom li tistgħu tagħmlu kuntatt magħna permezz tal-email maltesetv@gmail.com kif ukoll permezz tal-paġna tagħna fuq Facebook Maltese DownUnder. Jiena Marlene nirringrazzjakom tal-attenzjoni u nagħtikom appuntamenti oħra għal bħallum ġimgħa fl-istess ħin. Saħħa!